What's the deal, my people? You know this is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is Game of Thrones Season 7 Teams, Team Jon Snow. And in this edition of Game of Thrones Season 7 Teams, Team Jon Snow, we will go through Jon Snow's team member, Sansa Stark. Now, Sansa Stark is definitely on Team Jon Snow, we know that. And we've seen a little bit of bitterness between them. And maybe Littlefinger was getting to the ear of Sansa Stark. So we will go through the skill set of Sansa Stark and see exactly how this will affect Jon Snow and Team Snow in Season 7. First off, fighting ability. Well, as we know, Sansa Stark has zero fighting ability. She cannot fight whatsoever. She may be a she-wolf of Winterfell, but we know that this she-wolf doesn't have any claws. So I'm going to have to give her a 0 on fighting. The girl does not have any fighting ability whatsoever, and that will not serve Jon Snow in any way in the wars to come. Skill set number 2, diplomatic ability. Well, as we've seen, she supposedly has learned from Littlefinger. But what she has learned from Littlefinger has not been that much. We have not seen it executed to the fullest. Because when we've seen her try to use it on Ramsay Bolton, it did not work. In fact, it just caused her to getting raped. And next thing we know, when she tried to negotiate the pact with Lady Mormont, she was not effective in doing that either.
I remember when you were born, my lady. You were named for my Aunt Lyanna. You said she was a great beauty. I'm sure you will be too.
I doubt it. My mother wasn't a great beauty or any other kind of beauty. She was a great warrior, though. She died fighting for your brother Robb.
But we did see her get the Vale Army and bring the Vale Army to the rescue for Jon Snow, and we have to give her some points on that. And I do believe that she has learned from the best people when we look at it: Littlefinger, Cersei Lannister, and after dealing with Ramsay Bolton, I think it's going to be a different type of skill set for her. So I'm going to give her a 5 on diplomatic ability.
Words will disappear. Your house will disappear. Your name will disappear. All memory of you will disappear.
My hounds will never harm me.
You haven't fed them in 7 days, you said it yourself.
Next, Field Commander on General. Now, we've seen that she definitely has some type of battle tactic skills, because she knew that Ramsay Bolton would definitely try to set Jon Snow up. She knew it, she called it, she said it, and Jon Snow just did not take her seriously. And I think that's going to be what it is. And when it comes down to her, will people actually take her seriously when she has something to say? Now, as for the actual tactics and her holding down the generalship or holding down the army, I don't know if she really has this ability to pull that off. So I'm going to give her a 2 in this ability of actually controlling an army.
We'll never get him back. Rickon is Ned Stark's true-born son, which makes him a greater threat to Ramsay than you, a bastard, or me, a girl. As long as he lives, Ramsay's claim to Winterfell will be contested, which means won't live long.
We can't give up on our brother.
Listen to me, please. He wants you to make a mistake.
Of course he does. What should I do differently?
I don't know. I don't know anything about battles. Just don't do what he wants you to do.
That's good advice.
You think that's obvious?
Well, it is a bit obvious.
If you had asked for my advice earlier, I would have told you not to attack Winterfell until we had a larger force. Or is that obvious
When
too?
will we have a larger force?
Now, miscellaneous talents, we will say that Sansa is beautiful. And I think that she will have the ability, as I said, learning from Cersei Lannister, how to use her beauty in her favor. And I think that's going to be her biggest asset when it all comes down to it in the end. Also, we know that she is, this pure Stark, and she is really the one that could be set up to be the wardeness of Winterfell when it's all said and done, if Jon Snow is the person to take the Iron Throne. And I think that will come into play, that people will want to marry her for this reason. And so intangibles, I'm going to give her a 10 on that. So how will this help Jon Snow and Team Jon Snow in Game of Thrones Season 7? Well, I think that we will see Sansa use her womanly ability to manipulate Littlefinger, and hopefully she will not get jealous of Jon Snow and what he has accomplished. And I think that this will help him get people on Jon Snow's side. I think the fact that people will want to marry her and be down with her, just so that they, not just so they can get Winterfell, but also help with that, her getting Winterfell will be her biggest asset in the game. And I think that, also she has a Brienne on her side, you know what I mean, and the ability just to get people to bend the knee to her, like Catelyn Stark was getting people to bend the knee to her. And I think that will definitely help Jon Snow in Game of Thrones Season 7, and that will be her biggest ability and what she brings to the team, her beauty and getting guys just to bend the knee to her. And I think that's what's going to help Jon Snow. So, if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace! And stay sexy.